Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're jumping right into a super important tool for anyone working with SAP, the SAP Cloud Connector. We are going to walk through the entire setup process step by step.
So, let's start with the big problem, right? You've got these awesome new cloud applications running on the SAP Business Technology Platform. But how in the world do you get them to talk to your essential on-premise systems without, poking a giant insecure hole in your company's firewall?
Well, the answer is this fantastic piece of software, the SAP Cloud Connector. The best way to think of it is like a highly secure one-way tunnel. It digs a safe passage from your cloud account down your internal systems, but it only initiates connections from the inside out. This means you never have to expose your internal network to the internet. It's a really brilliant solution.
Okay, so before we start building that bridge, we got to make sure we have all our tools and materials ready to go. A little prep work now saves a ton of headaches later. So let's run through our pre-installation checklist. First up, hardware. And honestly, as you can see, the requirements are pretty light. For a real production system, SAP recommends a dual-core CPU, about 4 gigs of RAM, and 20 gigs of free disk space. Pretty manageable, right?
And here are those official specs just so you can see them for yourself. Doesn't matter if you're installing it on a physical server or a virtual machine, the needs are the same.
Now for the software side. The list is short, but you really need to pay attention to this part. Of course, you need the installation file, which you'll grab from the SAP Development Tools website. But number 2 is the big one. It's absolutely crucial. You must have a full Java Development Kit, or JDK, installed. A simple Java runtime environment, the JRE, is not going to cut it.
In this slide is here just to hammer that point home. The Cloud Connector relies on all the developer tools that are packed inside the full JDK to function correctly. So please, double-check that you've got the right Java environment set up before you start.
All right, checklist is done. We've got everything we need. Now for the fun part. Let's get this thing downloaded and installed on our machine.
This part is a total breeze, I promise. You just head over to the SAP Development Tools portal, find the Cloud Connector, and grab the installer that matches your operating system, whether it's Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. Once you have it, just run the installer and pretty much click Next through the setup wizard.
And yeah, here's the whole journey in 2 pictures. You start at the download page on the left, and just a few clicks later, you get this beautiful installation complete message on the right. It's that quick.
Okay, the software's on the machine. Now we get to the most important part, the initial configuration. This is where we actually fire up the Cloud Connector and bring it to life.
To get started, open up your favorite web browser and navigate to this local address, https://localhost:8443. Remember that port number, 8443. That's the default for the admin user interface.
Now, the very first thing you're probably going to see is a screen that looks just like this. Your browser is going to throw up a big, scary-looking privacy warning.
And I know your first reaction might be to panic a little, but don't worry at all. This is completely normal and 100% expected.
So why does this happen? It's because the Cloud Connector uses what's called a self-signed certificate to secure the connection to this local admin page. Your browser doesn't recognize who signed it, so it flags it as a potential risk. But since this is all running right on your own machine, it's perfectly safe to proceed.
To get past it, just look for an advanced button and then click the option to proceed to localhost anyway. That'll bring you to the login prompt. You'll use the default credentials. The username is administrator with a capital A, that's important, and the password is manage, all lowercase.
Go ahead and pop in those credentials right here, hit login, and you're in. Now, the very first thing the system will do is make you change that default password for security reasons, which is a good thing. You'll also see an option to choose an installation type. For most situations, you're just going to stick with master. So go ahead and set a new, strong password, and you're ready for the final step. We've installed it, we've logged in, and now it's time for the payoff. Let's connect our Cloud Connector to our actual SAP BTP subaccount. This is the moment the whole secure tunnel actually gets built. Until you do this, the Cloud Connector is just sitting there, installed but not really doing anything. It's waiting for instructions.
From the main dashboard, you'll see a big button or link to define subaccount. On this screen, you just need to provide your BTP subaccount info. That's things like the region your subaccount is in, the unique subaccount ID, and your user credentials. Once you fill all that in and hit save, the connection is made.
And just like that, you've done it. Your Cloud Connector is fully installed, configured, and securely connected to your SAP BTP subaccount. You have officially built the bridge.
So, that leaves us with one final question, and this one is for you. Now that you have this powerful, secure bridge between your cloud and your on-premise worlds, what amazing applications and data flows are you going to build with it? Thanks for watching.